Hi, I'm Frank, and I like to do it myself. Today what I'm going to be doing is trying to quiet a pool heat pump. I have a Pentair 140 heat pump that is very, very loud. Now the same thing can apply to regular air conditioning compressors, but I'm going to do this on the heat pump. And we're going to find out if I can make it any quieter. First I'm going to turn it on so that you can see how loud it actually is. And I'm going to have a decibel meter. So the noise I have is going to be coming from two places. It can be coming from the fan, if the fan motor is starting to go. There's always going to be noise from a fan, no matter whether it's a new motor or an old motor. And right down in there is the compressor, which is that round thing. And that's what I'm going to put a blanket over top of. Now to get to it, I'm going to need to take this trim piece off. I'll keep the motor and everything intact and just move everything aside. So I'm going to follow the line to the breaker. This is my breaker. And I'm going to pull that. So now that that's pulled, I don't have any power going to the heat pump. And when I start playing around on the inside, I want to make sure that I don't get zapped. So let's start taking the top off. Every lid is going to be a little bit different. For me, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws here, and then this and that. I don't have any around back. So I'm just going to use my drill. And we're going to take all of them out. All right. I have that moved and moved away. Right here is my compressor. Now there's a blanket on top of it, but this is the small blanket that comes with the unit itself. I'm going to be using another one. I'm going to be using a Brinmar sound blanket. I got this from eBay, had good reviews. I'll provide a link below. As you can see, basically it wraps around the compressor. It should have everything with it, but I may use some duct tape as well to provide some additional security for it in case I have to modify it for this particular compressor. So we'll get started. It's unboxed. There are two pieces. The first round one goes around the compressor. The other one goes on top. It does have instructions that come with it if you need it, but everything looks pretty self-explanatory. And the instructions tell you to do the top part first. I'm leaving this open. I only have one area where the pipes will come out. It says to overlap the corners. And I'm going to get some tape and seal this corner. And down below. And same thing on the other side. I'll use some tape to keep that together. Alright, I've got the blanket in. Now the instructions will tell you to put the top portion on first and then put the lower portion, which is what I did. There's the top portion, and now underneath here is the bottom portion that wraps around. And then I sealed all the areas with duct tape. Now we're going to put the top back on, start it up, and see how we do. Alright, we're all back together again. I can't say I can hear a big difference just objectively, but let's check it with the sound meter. It is a little quieter. So objectively, it probably reduced it by a few decibels. All in all, it's probably worth it. It's an easy job to do. Takes about 30 to 40 minutes tops, and the parts aren't that expensive. You can check it out on Amazon. Sorry I said eBay before, but it's Amazon. All in all, I think the wife and neighbors are going to be a little happier, and that's job done. Have fun.